Now that you've completed the other 4 modules, let's take some time to think about what you've learned and the insights you've gained. Let's go back to those 3 R's of adult education: relevant, realistic, and responsive to needs. Think about tutoring one of these subjects: math, reading, or writing. Pick the one that you'd most enjoy tutoring. Okay, got it? Now, what would you want to remember so that you can make your tutoring relevant, realistic, and responsive to your learner's needs? Take a moment to really think about this. This is a moment for reflection and for letting the new information and insights sink in. You might even want to write down your thoughts, so we're going to pause here for a few seconds. At your upcoming in-person orientation, you'll let us know what kind of tutoring assignment you'd prefer, where, and what days and times you're available. Remember, you're the one who decides. After the in-person orientation, we'll be looking for a tutoring assignment that matches your preferences. So, let's say you're interested in a one-on-one tutoring assignment in a public library. Remember the process? Well, there's a little more to this process. Remember, your VLP specialist will always give you enough information about the learner and the assignment so that you can decide if you'd like to take it on. Once you accept, the ball will be in your court. You call the learner directly to set up your first meeting day and time and let your specialist know when that will be. And please, call your learner as soon as possible. In the meantime, your specialist puts together your tutoring packet, which contains the learning recommendations, the books selected for your tutoring, and some additional resources for you to use. Your specialist takes the packet to the circulation desk of your library, and they hold it for you. You just need to pick it up and look through it before your first tutoring session. Then you're ready to get started with your tutoring. At your first meeting, be sure you take some time to get to know each other and establish a rapport. Be sure you have each other's contact information, and you can decide which phone number to give, if it's okay to text each other, and if you want to exchange email addresses. And remember, same day, same time, same place, every week. Your learner already knows this and is on board. In the tutoring packet, you'll find a sheet called Learner Responsibilities, and you'll receive a copy at the in-person orientation. Your specialist will have already gone over these with your learner, but it's always a good idea to review them with the learner when you meet for the first time. We never want a tutor or a learner waiting at a library for someone who is not going to show up. And finally, be sure to keep track of your hours. You'll be asked for them at the end of each month. They're very important because they're reported to the school board at the end of each school year. If you prefer to tutor in a class, which means helping a teacher to individualize instruction for the learners, we'll give you more information on those opportunities at the in-person orientation. There are lots of ways for you to help. To get started in a class, the procedure is a bit different, and it will be different for each class tutoring assignment. You'll be given a description of the class, the day, time, and location, and why the teacher has asked for a volunteer tutor. VLP will put you in contact with the teacher and the program and get you started. Don't forget to keep track of those tutoring hours. Now, a few words about VLP and FCPS policies. Keep all information about your learners confidential. Please do not share it in any format. Keep your tutoring relationship professional. Try not to get involved in each other's personal lives. In every tutoring relationship, there's a certain degree of mentoring, but please let us know if your learner needs or wants certain kinds of resources. If we don't have that information, we know people who do. Make sure you have each other's contact information. If you're tutoring in a class, make sure you and the teacher know how to contact each other in case of last-minute changes in plans. Meet only in public places, such as in a library or in a class. If you and your individual learner can't meet in a library for some reason, sometimes our tutors use places like a Panera or a Starbucks. If you need to change your location, be sure to check with your VLP specialist first. Never give rides to or accept rides from learners, as this is against school policy. Don't forget to report those tutor hours at the end of the month. You'll be getting an email from the VLP manager at the end of each month, so please be sure to answer it. We suggest you follow the FCPS inclement weather policy for your tutoring. When the schools are closed, there's no tutoring meeting. At the upcoming orientation, we'll let you know how to always have that information handy. Did you know that your mileage to and from your tutoring may be tax deductible? Check with the IRS. VLP is happy to provide you with a letter of reference or recommendation or a statement of the hours you volunteered while with VLP. Certain FCPS directives also apply to volunteers, so keep in mind that your dress code is one that closely matches any school dress code. When in doubt, go business casual. If you sell products or services, please don't try to sell them to your learners. VLP will facilitate your background check. You will just need to go to the main administrative offices in Merrifield to be fingerprinted and to have your picture taken. And finally, we're required to provide you with a copy of FCPS's regulation on sexual harassment and discrimination. You'll receive your copy at the in-person orientation. So, ready to get started? By now, you've signed up for the in-person orientation you'd like to attend. Don't forget to bring with you your assignments from the math, the reading, and the writing modules. You will need them at the orientation. The in-person orientation will be very interactive, and you'll also have plenty of opportunities to ask questions. We're really looking forward to seeing you there. Welcome to the Volunteer Learning Program.